is the modus operandi you must have whenever you get on to any action. If you are able to take this principle and work, it is such a pleasure. Such a pleasure. So what is the right karma? The Sanskrit word for action is karma. So what is the right mode of action? The right mode of action is perform firstly your obligatory duties. It is very important in our lives. It is very, very important to act on what you're duty bound. Now when we say duty bound, it is different to, it is opposed to acting on your own impulses. Acting on your raga dvesha. Raga dvesha means your likes and dislikes. If you carefully examine your actions and the life you lead, very rarely you are performing actions based on obligation. Most of us do things because we like to do it, or we refrain from doing something because we dislike it. Isn't it? If somebody asks you, sir, why are you going for exercise? Oh, I like to exercise. Why are you playing a particular sport? Or I like to play that sport. Why are you going to the club? Or like going to the club. Have we ever asked ourselves, is it the right thing to do? Am I obliged to do? Obliged means it is my duty. I am duty bound. Like every Sunday, I have an obligation. I have a duty. I must be here to take these classes. Unless and until there is an arrangement that we are not taking. We are not having a, we are not meeting. Understood? But if there is no arrangement, whether I like it or not, I should be here promptly and do what my duty expects me to do. Isn't it possible, now you being considerate to me, isn't it possible at times that I might feel or not like to talk? Isn't it possible? Or whatever be the reason, I don't like to talk today. I don't want to be saying this, but let's say I'm tired and bored of seeing your same faces. What a boring. Come and sit here, you know. Example only. Imagine I have a very dragging feeling of seeing the same old faces. So for some reason I don't feel inspired to come and talk. Then what? I don't like to do it. Even though I know I ought to do it, there is something within me says I don't like to do it. There you will have a tussle, you will have a challenge, you will have a dilemma. Am I to do what I like to do, or am I to do what I ought to do? Hardly you find people processing this dilemma. Hardly people you find are able to put aside what they like or dislike and do primarily because it is their duty. I may like, it may happen so that I love to talk to you all. I look forward for this Sunday evening where I can come and exchange these ideas with you lovely people, but it is not that that is prompting me here. What is prompting me here? My dharma, my duty. I am obliged. Right karma is not to entertain any motive to that action. No motive for the fruits of action. So you've got to be balanced in victory or defeat. He is fighting a battle. He is saying, renounce the fruits action. Whether you're going to win the battle or lose the battle, whether you're going to be successful or failure, you're passing an exam, you're writing an exam, whether you pass or fail, shouldn't matter. When?
As long as you do your duty.
As long as you're doing your duty right.
And not deviate from the, not expecting the result.
Not expecting the fruit, renounce the fruit.
Don't expect the result.
Renounce the result. Means it doesn't matter whether you pass or fail. It doesn't matter whether there's profit or loss. You're struggling, you're putting in a best shot to do your business. End result, whether there's a profit or loss, shouldn't matter. Why is he saying that?
But we do business to make profit only, no?
You are doing business to make profit, understood, certain. But you remain balanced in the fruits. Having done your action, if the fruit doesn't come in your favor, what would happen to you? No doubt, as you rightly said, you are acting for the result. But let's say the result is not in your favor.
We should not get disheartened.
You should not be affected by the fruit. So what should be your approach to action? If you do your action without a fruit in mind, what you will find yourself is in a total satisfaction. Because you have done your part. See, take for this action itself. Firstly, I have already established it's my dharma. It is my duty to come and teach this knowledge. And while I am doing it, I should not have any fruits, any motives behind this action. If I am carrying a motive, there is a great possibility of a disappointment,
or
The selfishness also.
there could be a selfishness. And if I am carrying a selfish motive or expecting a fruit from this action, what would it cause? It would cause a mental agitation where he says, you will not incur sin. See, if you function in a way where you are detached or renounce the fruit of action, you will not incur sin, he says.